Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Play action now. Dalton dancing to his left. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And got his man complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Here's Dalton to throw for it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Steve Young. Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. It's Sanders. Touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Cowboys strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone.
That's caught inside the 20. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Touchdown.
So nearly a disaster there, but fortunately able to pounce on his own fumble, and that remains a touchdown.
And think about the run and the effort put in there by everyone, including him. Could you imagine going that far and not finishing it off with a touchdown? Fortunately for him, he was able to do exactly that.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A run by Barkley going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Dalton sets up play action. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. Just their 1st in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Another try for Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead them up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now Young. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Young off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Young to throw on 4th.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
On 1st down, Parsons. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On play action, Young. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Now Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
1:50 left to go in the second quarter. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young now after the fumble recovery. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ted Hendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. It's Young off play action. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Final play of the half. Young, flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Steps away. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's got a man, complete, and touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 64 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Now a first down throw for Young. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young on the slant. He's got Sanders. And they're going to get this up to midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play fake. Now Young. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Young on 4th down. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Dalton off play action. Out to his left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game as his guys have opened. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the man from Tyler, Texas, Longhorn legend Earl Campbell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield now from the 50. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing, Mayfield. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be.
And oh, it coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Away and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now here's Young. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Young off the bootleg.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Throwing, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Gano's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, Young. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Sanders. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Looking to throw, Young, escaping the pressure right. Well, that's complete to Sanders. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They go play action. Young. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They run the counter. It's Parsons. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Young. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Young will set to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Steve Young, flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Young's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll throw again. Young. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Parsons. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and goal, Young. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taking it about the 16. Young looks to throw on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Young off the play fake. On the move to his left. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Young now.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
It'll be Young again.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Forced out to his left.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
On play action, Young rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Young.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Young. Being chased out left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Young to throw on 4th. They'll roll him out right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you. So there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again.
On first down, Griffin. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On second down, Johnson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Griffin now to throw on third down. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Griffin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. RG3 taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bills have moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is up to 5.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were stopped on fourth down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on fourth down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Again, it's Young. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Young working out of the gun. On the catch, this is Chris Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, Steve Young sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's Young off play action. Rolling to his right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Griffin. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw again on second down, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The second down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Young on third down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fourth down, Young. He'll buy some time right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Griffin going to give to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They go to Johnson again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Johnson will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Young. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, it's Parsons. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. A give up the middle to Johnson.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds.
That he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Play action, it's Griffin. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Pierce. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dameon Pierce, 32 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll play fake. Now Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Curse. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Off the play fake, Young out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Young. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now here's Young, sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Young on 4th down. On the slant, he's got Sanders. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here is Young. Left side here to Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. On 4th down, Young on the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
On 2nd and 11 now. Griffin now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
From the 30 on second down. Young over the middle, complete. That's Sanders.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle they go. Parsons. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the shotgun, it's Young. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Young. He'll buy some time right.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating it.
He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown. A great play there. An even 90 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Young's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's Young on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Here's Steve Young. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Final play of the half. It's Griffin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Young to throw it. Flushed out right. It's caught by Sanders. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On fourth down, they snap it to Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's able to work his way down inside.